that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Another topic that I want to address is the political aspects of electronic music. Actually, for years, as a composer, I was sure that I need to say something, and I tried to say something with my music. And at a certain point, I understood that I have nothing to say, and if I have something, it's very sad, and I don't want to say it. And even if I want to say it, I prefer just to say it and not transmitting it with music. So when I went to write electronic music, I say, this is a functional music. I need to make people dance, I need to make people happy. At a certain point, I started to understand, to call it escapism.
Every person who comes to the ranch is in need of some form of physical or mental help. They're patients. But also every person who comes to the ranch is in charge of taking care of someone else. Whether it's cooking for them, cleaning them, or even a simple task as listening. That makes them doctors. I use that term broadly, gentlemen, but is not a doctor someone who helps someone else? When did the term doctor get treated with such reverence as, oh, right this way, Dr. Smith, or, excuse me, Dr. Scholes, what wonderful foot pads, or, pardon me, Dr. Patterson, but your flatulence has no odor. At what point in history did a doctor become more than a trusted and learned friend who visited and treated the ill?
I had a technical problem because I have the project on my computer, and between each song is around 10-15 minutes. When it finishes, I need to close the project and open another project. And sometimes it takes 13 seconds. But what do I do in these 13 seconds? So I thought, I don't have like a table of mixing, and I don't have two computers. So I thought about writing small pieces without beat. At a certain point I said, let's take like speeches of movie characters or real speeches. I put it in an electronic context. Sometimes I put a kick, but a kick that is not stable, and for each speech I composed something different, and I did 1 and 2 and 3, and it became a project of itself.
How many hearts will be broken? How many lives shattered? How much blood will spill until everybody does what they were always going to have to do from the very beginning? Sit down and talk!
And I met a group of clowns, very good actors, and we made theatrical aspects of some of the speeches.
Contraints de cacher leur état, trop souvent elles ne trouvent personne pour les écouter, les éclairer et leur apporter un appui. Parmi ceux qui combattent aujourd'hui une éventuelle modification de la loi répressive, combien sont-ils?
I played it once, but the public was not sure what it's supposed to do, and it's very interesting for me to continue trying to put these kind of electronic pieces in a club and see how people will react. They can't call me a traitor. Maybe I am, because there is this escapism idea in these clubs, in these festivals, and this is a law that I just break. But I think I will continue doing it and see what happens.
Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ones. And when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.